Hey Deborah, this is John, West Coast Connects. Ron reached out, spoke with you on Friday, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. I just want to show you 3 tips that you could do to really maximize your traffic online and really destroy your competition. And all I ask in return is that you send me some feedback, whether that be via email, text, phone call, anything would suffice. I just would really love to get your thoughts. So with that, let me get started. So, you have a WordPress site. It's pretty well set up. The one thing that's not set up though is you don't have a SSL certificate. So although this isn't one of my 3 tips, like I definitely would make sure your site's secure. One, it protects your potential clients and customers from, potentially getting their information stolen. Another, it really dings you. Google really dings you if your site's not secure. And then, it really kind of doesn't add authority to your site when your site, isn't locked. So you can't, take payment information on your site, and it doesn't look like you do at the moment, but that is something that sometimes people do, and they're able to take payments online. And honestly, you wouldn't want to do anything like that with an insecure site. So SSL certificate is all it takes, and it's not that hard to get done. So definitely want to get that done. But looking at your site, so I looked over your site. The one thing that stood out was that there's just not a lot of content here. And content is anything that you can highlight, whether that be pictures, text, and really there's 2 reasons why you want a lot of content. The first is because it's you want to be found for specific keywords. So in your content, you're going to have keywords that when people search, they want to be found. You want to be found for. Okay, so say I want to be found for, and this is a little bit outside of your realm, but you guys do construction, so roofing companies, Las Vegas. Okay, I might have that as a heading. I might have that in my text. I might even save one of these images as that keyword. And what happens is it allows Google to know that not only do I deal with that service and industry, but I also have that keyword verbatim in my content. And it really allows me to rank faster and more efficiently if I have it in my content. And typically, the more content you have, the more keywords you can be found for, and thus the more clients and the more money you can make. And Google likes to see anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 words minimum on the home page. So it just makes them feel like you know what you're doing, and you're a professional in the industry. So definitely want to add content to your site. That would be my number one tip. And then along with that, you know, you are ranking for a lot of keywords, but a lot of the keywords that you're ranking for, are kind of not really useful. Restoration Dallas, that's outside of where you guys are at. Um, some of these things, your Spruce Village Apartments, Riverside, like it's just random stuff that you're ranking for, and a lot of them you're ranking so far down you're not getting any traffic. So what you really want to do is you really want to put keywords that are going to be buyer specific, and then also content is a ranking factor, so it allows you to rank higher than other sites if you have more content than other sites. It's not the only factor, but it does help in ranking you higher. So definitely my first tip would be that. My second tip would just be to optimize and really strengthen up your Google My Business. So I see you have a couple of different GMBs here, and that's great. And typically, what you want to do is have a couple depending on your, how far you guys go and what your radius is. But what people don't understand is how important those GMBs are, and what a good, what a good tool they are to get traffic. So if I were to search for roofing companies Las Vegas, ads come up for anybody paying for ads, and then it goes right into this top 3 GMBs, this map pack. And what happens there is they can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So for this particular keyword, there's 200 searches. 80 potential clients are getting pulled sometimes with these top 3. Obviously it varies depending on the keyword and how people search, but that's a lot of volume that's going somewhere else. So, having a GMB up and running and really optimized and doing well can really go a long way in getting a lot of traffic to your site. My third and final tip would just be to strengthen up your site. So here's some data from your site. We went over the keywords. This is the amount of websites that are sending links back to your site. You have 37 sending 212. Okay, and what that is that's how you strengthen your site. So, World Wide Web, www, it's about strengthening your site and adding connections. And that's kind of what backlinks do. We're taking links from one website and building up another site, and that's what we want to do. We want to link up your site to where your site is strong enough that Google sees, okay, this is a big site, they have all this content, they obviously know what they're doing, and then your strength is represented here. So typically what you want to be is as high a number as possible, and you really like to be a 1-to-1 ratio. So I'll show you one of your competitors here in a minute, but this 2.9 is pretty low. It's on a 0 to 100 scale. Typically you want to be in the 20s or 30s. And this is Las Vegas, or no, this is One Stop Roof Shop. They're number one for this particular keyword. And obviously whatever keyword we go after, it's going to change who's ranking. But 31 and 7, so they're in the 30s here, and they're not doing so hot here. So, there's definitely some things that can be done. And obviously with the amount of services that you offer, there's a lot of stuff that you can go after. So, just to recap, number one is to add content, specifically content that's rich with buyer specific keywords. Number two, optimize your GMB. Really get that bad boy going for as many keywords as you can, and usually that's about 5. And then last but not least, you really want to strengthen up your site at backlinks. Really grow your site. So I hope this has been helpful. We love working with companies like yours. This is what we do for a living. We love what we do. So with that, again, have a great day. God bless.